Hello students. So far we have explored nouns, verbs and adjectives. Today we will learn about adverbs. Adverbs tell us how, where, when, in what manner and to what extent something is done or happens. Normally, we can spot an adverb by the fact that it often ends in ly. But this does not happen always. Some adverbs describe how often something occurs either in definite or indefinite terms. An adverb that describes definite frequency is one such as regularly, daily or yearly. An adverb describing indefinite frequency doesn't specify an exact time frame, such as often, rarely. Examples of adverbs of frequency as they are called are always, ever, frequently, never, next, now, rarely, sometimes, soon, then, today, weekly, yet, so on. If a sentence has one verb, we place adverb of frequency after the subject, but before the verb. For example, Shubham never goes by train. He always takes the bus. When a sentence contains more than one verb, adverb of frequency is positioned before the main verb. For example, they have often visited Srinagar. We do not say they often have visited, right? When we use a negative or interrogative sentence, an adverb of frequency is placed before the main verb. For example, do you often get up so late? I usually don't go for shopping on weekdays. Adverbs also describe how something happens. Such adverbs are adverbs of manner, as warmly, fast, gently, bravely, clearly, really, rudely, slowly, so, softly, straight, well, wisely. He smiled warmly. They are happily married. Mom asked her to quickly finish her homework. Children cheerfully greeted their grandparents. Adverbs of manner often fit best after the object or main verb of the sentence. Here is an example of a sentence. Please note how the adverb can give different meanings to almost same sentences when its position is changed. The boy woke up gently sleeping cat. The boy gently woke up the sleeping cat. Here the cat was sleeping gently, but in the second sentence the boy was gentle while waking the cat. Adverbs can describe the location of an action. Such adverbs are adverbs of place. Examples are across, ahead, down, here, inside. These adverbs always answer one important question: where? They may also tell us about distances, such as nearby, far away. My uncle's house is nearby. They can indicate position of one object in relation to another object, such as below, between, above, behind, through. They may tell us about the direction of the action. For example, up, down, around, away, north, south. Many adverbs of place indicate movement in a particular direction and end with WARD, word or words. For example, toward, forward, backward, homeward, westward, eastwards, onwards. In sentence as in, after a long day at work, Mohit headed homewards. Adverbs of place are usually positioned after object or main verb of the sentence. Put the bag there. Please bring that bag here. An adverb of time is a word that describes when, for how long, or how often a certain action happened. Please note that many adverbs of time are the same as adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of time often work best when placed at the end of the sentences. Seema will clean her room tomorrow. She stayed at her relative's house all day. Adverbs of time that express how many times the action happens are also placed at the end of a sentence. For example, the magazine arrives weekly. Their family goes on an outing monthly. We also have adverbs of degree. These words are used to discuss the degree or intensity of an adjective, an action, or an adverb. Since these adverbs intensify the meaning of the word they modify, so they are called intensifiers. Some common examples of adverbs of degree follow: greatly, practically, enough, hardly, almost, deeply, absolutely, extremely, fairly, somewhat, terribly. Adverbs of degree are important modifiers, so they are usually placed before the word they are modifying. That was extremely kind of you. The workers were almost finished. The view is absolutely breathtaking. My neighbor is terribly grumpy today. Reena almost quit her job after her arguments with the boss. What would you do if you have to use more than one adverb of time in a sentence? This is the order in which you will position your adverbs then. How long? How often? When? For example, I attended my baking classes for 2 days every week last year. So here we see how adverbs describe verbs. How? She is difficult to understand because she speaks so quickly. When? She spoke with him yesterday. Where? She spoke well in the party. In what manner? She spoke so softly it was difficult to hear. To what extent the woman spoke constantly throughout the movie, causing much irritation to all. Till this day, we have covered 4 main word classes and completed our first module of learning: nouns, verbs, adjectives, and now adverbs. I suggest you that when you are reading or listening to people in movies, TV series, or class, or any other place, you listen more carefully to what exactly they are saying in terms of meaning. Listen to as many conversations in English language and be very observant of the context. This way, you can become more effective in your grammar practice. Also, keep practicing the grammar exercises. That's all for today. Thank you. See you.